Hi, how you doing? I'm Mother Wendy, and welcome back to my channel, Country Conversations with TVT. I'm going to give a quick synopsis and an overview of the movie, The Burial. The movie was set in Mississippi, so hey, I was like, ooh, not set in Mississippi. I'm on that. So, um, the movie is about a funeral home director who gets in a little trouble with the Burial Insurance Commission. And I'm sort of familiar with that because that happened, throughout the state of Mississippi, especially in the Black community. We are very, very keen on buying burial insurance policies. If we don't buy any other type of insurance, we're going to buy burial insurance. So my mom and dad explained to me what that was a long time ago. And my dad actually had a burial insurance policy. Now, I'm not very sure on how, all of that works because I'm not in insurance. I'm just telling you what I know. My suggestion, in my opinion, is just best to do a life insurance policy. That way everything is covered. Because the difference with burying my mom and burying my dad were night and day. She had life insurance, and I told her to just drop the burial insurance policy altogether. And my daddy had burial insurance. And when I tell you so many more dollars came out of our personal pockets than with my mom, everything was covered. So when I told my children about insurance because their dad had passed so young, so they understand that if something happens to me, even at 5 and 6, yes, my feral children, even at 5 and 6, they understand that mommy has a life insurance policy that's in their name. And to tell whoever is over that at the moment, if they something happens to me now, that to let them know that mommy is gonna be good as far as the burial goes, because I have a life insurance policy, and whatever is left after burial goes to them. Trust me when I tell you, they know. Because even the judge, when I went through the process of gaining life insurance money from their dad, I saw how difficult, even if you have many forms and evidence of proof of how hard it is to get those monies and those funds. So that's why I explained to them so young, because I wanted them to know that in the event if something happens to me, and being that I'm an elderly mother, if something happens to me, that they would, they would be fine. Okay, so like I said, they do understand. Okay, so The Burial is a movie set in Biloxi. Hey, Sip, down there in South Mississippi. But a lot of things, they don't do their research like they should when they dealing with Mississippi, because it was like they were showing like Hinds County, and then they said somewhere in southern Mississippi, and then they did the Biloxi, and they saw somewhere in southern Mississippi, but Hinds County is actually the capital in the capital city. Jackson is the capital of Mississippi. However, Hinds County, some of Jackson is in Hinds County. And however, a lot of people think because Jackson is the biggest city and is the capital, that is the county seat. No, it is not. Raymond is the county seat. So, it's neither here nor there. They got a little continuity errors in there. I always notice it when they film movies in Mississippi, and then I always notice how they pronounce Biloxi. Gets under my skin. Okay, so the man's name is Jerry O'Keefe, and he gets into a little bind, like I said, with burial insurance, burial insurance commission. So his lawyer is thinking of a master plan. So he comes up with this master plan to kind of have someone buy some of his funeral homes. And mind you, he had a chain. And even way down here in East Central Mississippi, I did not know that these were the same O'Keefes, but trust me, They have insurance. I'm sorry, they have funeral parlors all throughout the state. There's nowhere you can go in this state and not hear something about O'Keefe, okay? Like that. And so he wants to keep these things in the family. Okay, well, this Lowen group, they want to kind of pull him out of the bad situation that he's in. Allegedly. Okay, so when they don't honor their contract, in comes Jamie Foxx character. He plays a man by the name of let me I right here, but I mean shoot, I want to get the name right. Gary. I want to say Gary. Okay, now I was right. Last name Gary, first name Willie. Messes me up every time when they have the two first names or the two last names. Willie Gary. So in this, when they don't honor the contract, Willie Gary comes in, but he wants to make it about race. And the family lawyer does not want to make it about race, but comes to find out that it's very important. Well, they don't honor the contract. Mr. O'Keefe decides to go to trial and sue them to have them on the contract because he wants to keep these funeral homes in the legacy going, and he wants to keep it in the family. And baby, when I tell you that man was very determined to do this, very smart. Okay, so they decide they're gonna take it to court. Willie Gary, he assigns himself to be the lead attorney over the case. Family lawyer set him to the side. Then Willie comes to Mississippi, of all places, with all his black lawyers from Florida on his private jet, baby. Okay. Tell me we're not used to seeing that down there at the Medgar Evers airport down there in Jackson. So he comes in, and at the time, just Jackson Airport. He comes in and he brings this young, enterprising attorney black attorney that had already met with the O'Keefes, and he's the one who brings in Mr. Willie. Now, in this movie, I forget his name, but he's an integral part of the movie. Like I said, this is a brief synopsis. And so he comes in, they all working together, and Mr. The family attorney, he's just not used to seeing a bunch of black lawyers. So there you go on that. And then we in Mississippi. So he takes it to, of course, the state capital to have his case heard. So they traveling back and forth, and in comes Miss Journey Smollett. Baby, when I tell you that once the case was decided to be about race, so the Lowen group decided that, hey, we're gonna top you. You got Willie Gary, we're gonna get a female black attorney, and we got two minorities. Well, she is awesome in this movie. Everybody played their parts to a T. I'm not going to tell the outcome because you need to watch the movie. However, just by me watching this and looking at the Lowen group, it just seems to me that a lot of black people are targeted when it comes to these types of insurance policies. When I tell you we need to start doing our research when it comes to these things and paying attention and learning more about the insurance industry and how things pan out when the time comes. Like I said, fingers crossed. Hopefully my children pay close attention to what I taught them, because it is the funeral. If you don't know how important the funeral home business is, watch this movie. Very, very informative, very important. I really wish that I had heard of this case prior to the movie because I do a lot of historical research. And prior to the movie, I had never heard of this. And apparently, this was actually going on around the same time as the O.J. Simpson trial. And maybe that's because we were wrapped up into that. But shoot, Willie Gary, he decided he was going to be the Johnny Cochran of Mississippi. We do have a Johnny Cochran firm here in Mississippi, by the way. But I it just got into my spirit to, just give you something about this movie to encourage you to watch it. You learn something, and a friendship emerges between, and I forgot to say that Mr. O'Keefe was a former mayor as well. And a friendship emerges between this highfalutin, as they would say in the South, Black attorney and this funeral home director. And I'm talking about a beautiful friendship emerges from that trial and what goes on in the trial. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful, heartfelt, strong movie. Now let me talk about the acting. Journey, thumbs up. Brilliant. I don't know why she does not get the accolades that she deserves, but baby, if she didn't get up from Lovecraft Country, she deserves a Oscar nod in this movie. Jamie. Now, a lot of Black films, when a Black character plays in film and they get Oscar nods and Oscar nominations, they play somebody else. And if Jamie is to get his second, and I mean somebody else in an autobiographical role, and if Jamie is to get his second Oscar, I think this should be the role he gets it in for playing Willie Gary. And the reason why I'm saying it fast like that, because that's how you see Willie Gary. So, Willie Gary playing this role in an autobiographical role like he did in Ray. Very similar. He encapsulates the person he's playing. Trust me. And I just hate that a lot of times that a lot of Black actors are playing in autobiographical roles before they get Oscarized. Because I'm not familiar with anybody other than Denzel winning outside of an autobiographical role, because he won for Training Day. That's when he first got his leading role Oscar. And he was nominated for Hurricane, which was, again, autobiographical, and nominated for X. So I don't recall any other Black actor outside of Denzel winning for a leading role. If it is, drop down in the comments. Let me know. But I'm going to close by saying, again, good, heartfelt. Oh, how did I forget Tommy Lee? Supporting actor. Yes, Oscar for him as well. Like I said, they played these roles to the T, and actually, this is actually the best movie I have seen in the last couple of years. Let me repeat it. This is actually the best movie I have seen in the last couple of years. Out of 5 stars, and I rarely, because like I said, even when I was a little girl, I was watching Siskel and Ebert and watching that Nickelodeon show about the kids doing the reviews and recaps and rating movies. So when I tell you I've been doing this a long time in my head, and now YouTube has finally afforded me the opportunity to actually be on video and do them just like Siskel and Ebert. How exciting. But anyway, I digress. Out of 5 stars, and again, it has to be superb in order for me to get anything 5 stars, even when I was a kid, growing up, being in my head, doing reviews. and recaps. I am actually going to give this movie 5 stars. Again, highly, highly recommended. Acting is so superb. Okay? That's going to be the end of this little short synopsis of The Burial. I didn't touch on. Trust me, I didn't touch on the best highlights of this movie. I just gave you what can reel you in and make you want to see it. Now, thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for getting the views up. But let's get the likes and the subscriptions up. And as I do, I'm going to close by saying deuces.